Michael, is everything all right?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I spent the night with someone.
Really? Who?
Brenda Barrett.
When you say you spent the night with Brenda Barrett, you mean that
I
you guys...
had sex with her, yes.
Alexis, you don't understand. Helena didn't take Lulu. She doesn't care about her. She has no reason to.
If Helena didn't take her, then who did?
Listen, would you please just listen to me? It's not Helena. My father has Lulu.
Your father?
Yes.
Nicholas, what are you talking about?
He's talking about Stavros.
I'm telling you, it's him. It's Stavros. God.
Nicholas, you're confused. I just perfectly understand.
not
She's right. He's gonna take time for
confused.
things to clear.
It's the whole reason why I came
Stavros
back
is
here was to
dead.
warn Lulu.
Okay, Nicholas, listen to me. You need to rest.
I don't know. I don't feel like resting right now.
Yes, because when you wake up, things will make sense.
I am making sense. Stavros is alive.
Please.
You slept with Brenda Barrett?
I woke up in her bed this morning.
Wait a second. Back up. What about your girlfriend?
She called me last night and told me that she's not coming back to Port Charles.
Yeah, but I thought she loved you.
Yeah, so did I. But she said her mind's made up, and if she meant anything to me, that I wouldn't fight her on it. So I'm not.
Sorry, that's rough. Hey, look, on the bright side, at least you didn't cheat on anybody when you slept with Brenda. She can't say the same about Jax.
Jax is gone. He broke off his engagement to Brenda last night.
Wait, that's even better. Hey, you guys were both free. Hey, look, I can't think of a better way to get over a breakup than to sleep with a gorgeous model. Nice work, kid. Right. You didn't tell Sonny yet.
No, I haven't.
What the hell are you waiting for?
You remember how I helped Robert Scorpio?
Yes, when you lured Helena back here trying to find out if Duke was really Faison.
Yes. Once I knew that Helena found out it was a ploy, she would be furious.
What made you think that?
Look, I just wanted this whole confrontation to be over with and move on. So I left Spencer at home with Leslie and the servants and flew to Greece.
I bet that went well.
You ungrateful boy.
Not a boy, grandmother.
You're certainly not a man. Men stand by their family. They do not deceive their own.
Cesar Faison is a criminal. If he was posing as someone else, people needed to know about it.
You should have asked.
You've told me the truth? No, I don't think so. I was doing the people of Port Charles, some of whom are very dear to me, a service. End of story.
Nicholas. Nicholas, when will you realize that loyalty is everything? Even more so now than ever before.
Oh, and why do you say that?
And do you think that I would confide in you after this stunt you pulled? Nicholas, you are my life. And now you've shown me that you're untrustworthy.
Can you give me a chance to prove otherwise?
I knew Helena was hiding something. So I just played the dutiful grandson. And it gave me time to investigate.
There's a boat by the docks. It's not one of ours.
All right, come on.
Nicholas, what are you doing here? Where's Alejandro?
We had a boat emergency.
Oh, run along, Nicholas. This is no concern of yours. Now, go find Alejandro's.
What are you doing in here?
Well, what are you doing back here?
Who is that? Father?
You slept with Brenda, and now Sonny is gonna have to choke on it. Hey, do you mind if I tell him, please?
You can't be serious.
All right, you're right. Hey, what was I thinking? Oh, wait, yeah. I was thinking that after all these years of Sonny stomping all over everybody, now he's finally gonna be the one getting stomped on. What can I say? Karma is a bitch, and there is no sweeter payback than you taking Brenda from Sonny.
Wish he never had to know. But he does. And I have to be the one to tell him.
Oh, Michael, come on. Come on, don't feel bad about this, all right? You and Brenda were both adults, and frankly, I think she's finally showing some good judgment going after you rather than Sonny.
I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, hurt him? No, I think it's more likely that you're gonna piss him off. Sonny is selfish, and he is vain, and he thinks he's the sole reason for Brenda's existence.
Yeah, that's my point. How am I going to tell my father that I slept with the love of his life?
I have a mommy.
Great, so that just happened. Now that you got that out of your system, how did you wind up in bed with Brenda?
Can we please talk about something else?
Oh, no, we're gonna stick with this subject. Come on, you, Brenda, how did that happen?
I was pretty wrecked after the phone call. Okay, so I had some drinks at the lobby bar, and then at some point, Brenda showed up. She was upset that Jax left, that he wasn't gonna marry her, and I said that I understood what it was like to lose somebody that you love. And then I told her about my breakup.
I get it. So you guys started commiserating, and before you knew it, you were consoling each other.
I think so. Yeah. At some point, we left the bar, went to a room, and I guess we had sex.
Wait, you guess?
Well, I drank a lot. I don't exactly remember what happened next.
This does not make any sense. Luke saw Stavros die. He fell into this pit of nothing. There's no way he could have survived that.
Cassinines are hard to kill.
I thought he was dead.
Well, clearly not.
Well, where's he been for the last 10 years?
Recovering?
Here?
Stavros survived that dreadful fall, though thanks to Luke Spencer. By the time I got to him, he was in terrible shape. He was barely able to register a pulse.
You saved him?
Well, I pulled my son from the brink once before. I was prepared to do it again.
Oh, this is crazy.
Slowly but surely, he's regaining his strength. Soon my son, my Stavros, will come back to us. Healthier and stronger than ever.
I worked very hard to prove my loyalty. I helped her nurse my father back to health. Soon he was not only conscious, but talking and more obsessed than ever.
He was always infatuated with Laura. What does that have to do with Lulu?
Father, what are you doing?
My princess.
The woman in the photo Stavros was looking at wasn't Laura. It was Lulu. I realized my father was even more disturbed than before.
And that's saying something.
So I went to Helena for answers. Why is my father doing this?
Oh, darling, please. No, there's
Will you just answer the question? I put in my time. I deserve to know.
Please. Your father was barely cognizant during the first years. I tried everything that I could do to stimulate his recovery, but I even told him about his grandson, Spencer. But when that didn't work, I even tried to convince him that there was another newborn heir.
That's why you faked the DNA test. To make me believe Aiden was my son. For my father.
Well, and it was all in vain. Oh, Anyway, several consultations were still needed to treat Stavros. Oh, there was a brilliant German doctor. She took us to Switzerland to her clinic.
Get on with the story.
Well, while flying back to Greece, our plane had to make a weather-related landing in Istanbul. No, I was trying to be discreet, but suddenly, Nicholas, I saw your father light up, saying his first words since the accident. My Laura.
What do you mean, light up my Laura? Did he see her in Turkey?
No. She wasn't there. Apparently, Luke had found himself locked in a Turkish prison. Well, he was free and he was being escorted home by Dante Falconieri and your sister.
Okay, so he saw Lulu.
Yes, but he believed that Lulu was Laura, just as he remembered her from their time together here.
And he wanted her back.
Well, I have tried to disabuse him of this fantasy. But Stavros is convinced that Lulu, your sister, is the woman that he fell in love with many years ago.
What the hell have you done with my daughter?
Lulu is everything that you once were. Pure and innocent. So much so that when I first saw her, I mistook her for you.
If you so much as harmed a hair on her
I
head.
think you have the wrong idea. I want her preserved exactly as she is. We're taking her home. Where the hell is she? Oh, calm down, Luke.
Not until we see our daughter.
I think you two have the wrong idea. I'm merely courting Lulu. I have been ever since I gave her this.
I knew it.
Well, then how are you so certain that you two actually, had sex?
I woke up in her bed naked, and when Mom walked in,
Wait. Did you just say Mom? This is priceless. Let me see if I get this straight. So you slept with Brenda, but Sonny's the one who got screwed, and then Carly walked in? This is like the trifecta. God, this almost makes up for the fact that I don't get to tell Sonny. Almost. I mean, your mother must have she must have lost it.
I am glad that you're amused.
Oh, no, this goes beyond amused. I mean, think about this. Here's Brenda. She's this gorgeous model who Jax and Sonny loved way more than they ever loved Carly. And Carly walks in and finds you in bed with Brenda. I mean, her head must have exploded. God, I wish I was there.
I was there. Wasn't a good time.
You're right. I'm sorry. I mean, she is your mother. Must have been awkward. Yeah. Look, I don't want you to feel bad about this. I mean, as much as I love the fact that you slept with a supermodel, and believe me, I really do love the fact that you slept with a supermodel. I am a little concerned about how you wound up in Brenda's room.
I told you I don't remember how I got there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. You drank so much you blacked out.
All right, it was a one-time thing. It's not.
Well, I do worry because alcoholism runs in our family, so please, will you promise me you'll take it easy with the drinking, Michael?
I'll be an easy promise to keep, considering I can't even think about alcohol right now.
Well, the thing about hangovers is they wear off eventually.
I promise I will not be drinking heavily in the future.
Okay, good. And, I'm sorry that, this probably makes me a bad guy, that I simply cannot get over the fact that Carly caught you in bed with Brenda!
I knew what Stavros had put my mother through. I wasn't about to let him do the same thing to Lulu. Once he regained his facilities, I tried to reason with him. The woman that you are in love with, who's in that photo, it's not Laura. She's not my mother.
Don't be ridiculous. I would know Laura anywhere. She's as gorgeous now as the first day I brought her here.
Father, would you please look? See this? That's Laura. Next to her is my sister Lulu, Laura's daughter with Luke.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does, because it's the truth. That young woman is not who you think she is.
I was going to send this to her. When they're back. Remind her of the time we had together.
You realize you have to let this go, don't you?
I understand. I understand it all.
That's when I realized just how much danger Lulu was in.
The Ice Princess?
So you were the one that sent that chunk of crap to her? I saw it, and it made me think of her. Decorative only, of course. My second gift was far more useful.
Wake up, can you hear me? Lulu, honey, wake up. Open your eyes, okay? Can you hear me?
I tried to call Lulu. That's when I realized just how much danger Lulu was in. I tried to call Lulu but couldn't get through, so I called Lucky.
Did you talk to him?
No, he didn't pick up. I left him a message. Lucky, it's Nicholas. I don't have a lot of time. Lulu's in trouble. My father's alive. He's going after our sister.
And just when I thought I could trust you. Take the phone. As for you, my dear Nicholas, we'll have much to discuss later. Prepare the jet. Tell the captain we're headed to Ireland.
Grandmother, you don't have to. I eventually escaped and made my way here. But I was too late.
So I carried Lulu to the Haunted Star. We were about to set sail when I found out that our son was in Port Charles, prepared to expose me. Couldn't have that.
You had Nicholas shot?
He has no concept of the word loyalty, unlike his would-be assassin who would rather die than expose my name.
So you popped your own kid. And then what happened?
Lulu and I set sail for the open seas.
You're lying. When we got on board that ship, there was no sign of you or Lulu. There was just Helena and...
Bastard. His son. This from a man who was supposed to love you.
Why involve Ethan?
My mother found out that Nicholas was trying to warn Lucky. So she went to Ireland to retrieve him and found Ethan instead. She thought the bastard would be a good diversion while I brought Lulu here and sent the planes to escort you.
But not all of us. Where's Dante?
I presume that my mother fed him to the sharks.
Helena didn't mention anything about Dante when she called the chicken on you.
So what, now Dante's missing too?
He could be.
Look, my father is convinced that he's in love with Lulu. That makes Dante his rival.
And Stavros doesn't tolerate rivals.
No, he doesn't. He eliminates them.
You.
Stavros knew that you were going to try to warn Lulu about Dante, then he...
He had me shot to keep me quiet.
What kind of psycho puts a hit out on his own son?
If he'd do that to me, God knows what he has planned for Lulu.